here we go again. Another day here in Las Vegas for training camp under John Spytek, Pete Carroll, and this new look front office and coaching staff here in Las Vegas. Yesterday was a really big day. We saw that Christian Wilkins no longer on the team. They have released him. There's probably going to be a lot of paperwork that's going to have to go down because they do not want to pay him that guaranteed money because he was not trying to get surgery. They said, hey, you should get surgery. You need to be on the field. Some point later on, he was like, I'm not going to get surgery. So they ended up just cutting him, getting rid of the headache, and put out a tweet and whatnot saying they want a commitment to excellence out here. And didn't look like that was happening. But today's a brand new day. We're going to need to find some people to fill in that spot of the interior defensive tackle. There are some guys they really do like already on the roster. And we're going to discuss all the news, notes, highlights, observations from today, including some more news about this man right here, Ashton Jeanty. Before we dive into the video, though, make sure you follow all of the reporters on Twitter or X if you haven't already done so, because without them, these videos are just not possible to make. Now, again, like I say every day, they're not really allowed to show too much 11-on-11 and 7-on-7 film, but we're going to keep you updated with who's looking good. I believe this is the first day that things are going to start to ramp up a little bit more, so we'll be talking about a lot. Hit the like button, follow the reporters, and let's dive in. All right, the first piece of news I do want to discuss, though, about Ashton Jeanty is the fact that Chip Kelly is already saying that, hey, we're going to utilize this guy in the passing game a ton. Okay, now at Boise State, didn't get too many opportunities to catch the football. Here in Las Vegas, you're probably going to see it doubled, tripled, quadrupled from what it was back in college. And Ashton Jeanty is super thrilled about that opportunity alone. So expect this guy to get a lot of touches. If you play Dynasty, if you play yearly fantasy football, go get this guy on your team, man. He might be getting a lot of touches, and if he stays healthy, he's probably going to be a potential league winner early on. Now, every single day that goes by, we hear a little bit more from the players, the coaches, that the aura, the atmosphere around this football team is just completely different. I mean, completely changed from how it was last season under AP. Not saying yes or it was a bad thing, but I mean, look at these coaches. I mean, they're just going through and just making practice so much more fun than it has ever been. I mean, even early on this clip, you can see Malcolm Kuntz, right? He's gonna get hit with this little padded thing here. Watch it. This guy's gonna hit Malcolm Kuntz with this pad. He's gonna just start laughing, right? He's having a great time out here. Everyone's having fun, which is, again, if you're not having fun during these practices, if you're not having a good time playing football, then you're probably not going to be a lot of wins. It's going to just be a lot of bad energy around the team. We got guys hopping through this. Adam Butler's having a good time. Just great aura around practice so far throughout all of rookie minicamp and OTAs. I mean, what is going on? I can't even tell. There's not even a specific drill they're doing. They're just running for fun out here. So definitely the aura is different. Now, there have been a couple of standouts already at practice. I feel like Dont'e Thornton is a guy that, wasn't drafted as high as Jack Bech, but he is getting a lot of opportunity. Chip Kelly came out and said, listen, for a guy like Geno Smith, it is really good to have someone that has that height, at 6'5", but also a 4.3 blazing speed guy. It is very good to have that from a quarterback standpoint. So they plan on using Dont'e Thornton a ton this season just because of the value and the versatility he brings. I mean, whenever you see one-eye safety in the back, right, they're really trying to come up and stop the run in Ashton Jeanty. Well, now you have one-on-one coverage down the field with Dont'e Thornton, and I mean, man, that is going to create nightmare issues for opposing defensive coordinators in the NFL. And let's be honest here, if you don't have one-eye safety, then you probably have two, or you have zero. Either way, there's an area of this team that they can attack defenses, right? If there's two-eye safeties, give the ball to Ashton Jeanty, let him work with a non-loaded box. And then if there's one-eye safety, again, you have one-on-one matchups. There's no eye safeties, you're probably in a cover zero. Throw that thing up, and Dont'e Thornton will probably go get it. So again, the versatility of this team is definitely a lot higher potentially. Now, again, we have to keep in mind that they're not allowed to show any 11-on-11 or 7-on-7 footage to this point. But we do have some updates from some of the reporters. Levi Edwards is one that does a great job. Make sure you guys go follow him. But he said Raiders open up team period Friday, which means it's most likely going to start off as 11-on-11s, maybe 7s, but I would expect this is probably 11s. Open up team period Friday with a sweep to Brock Bowers. Okay, interesting. So they're trying to feed Brock Bowers, obviously running sweeps to a tight end. Just get the ball into your playmakers' hands and watch them make plays, right? Kind of turning nothing into something at times. Brock Bowers can do that. For a would have been first down. So again, looks like it's successful, at least for this first rep. I'll keep you guys updated with anything else we hear. And before we do that, make sure you guys hit that like button for more of these videos. We're going to be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of training camp, preseason football games, breaking down all 22 coaches' film, and then the same thing goes for regular season as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Again, it is free. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. And we got you guys covered throughout it all. Make sure you guys are joining the family if you haven't already done so, and let's dive back in. We also got some more news here from Jesse Merrick talking about Ashton Jeanty running through defenses. I mean, we have to keep in mind that there's no pads on at this specific moment, so teams aren't allowed to tackle Ashton Jeanty, right? They're only allowed to maybe two-hand touch him real quick, but not allowed to tackle. Once those pads come on, that's when we'll really be able to notice if Ashton Jeanty is that guy, which I'm guessing he will be. But wait for those pads to come on, and then things are going to start getting really exciting here. Immediately after that, we got some more news regarding Ashton Jeanty. Again, this one from Levi Edwards. Wish we had some more film for this, but again, we're just not in that point of time. Maybe in a week or two, we'll get a lot more of this footage. But he says, just caught my real first glimpse of Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. He caught a screen pass. We talked a little bit earlier at the beginning of the video that they want to utilize him more as a receiver out of this backfield under that Chip Kelly-led offense. And we're already starting to see that, right? He's caught a screen from Geno Smith and made some nice cuts through the defense. His footwork is really impressive. Again, this guy's going to get a lot of touches this year, man. If he can stay healthy, he is going to be the focal point of this offense. And I can already imagine, right? You got Dont'e Thornton, Jacoby Myers, and potentially Trey Tucker with the speed. Jack Bech you got as well there. And then you got Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas. And then you got Raheem Mostert, a change of pace back, and then Ashton Jeanty, who can kind of do it all, man. This team has a lot of weapons offensively with a brand new quarterback here in Geno Smith. It's going to be a good year. Okay, some more big-time news here. This one by Jesse Merrick. Again, go follow him, man. Puts out so much news and notes from this team at their practices. But we're hearing that Jonah Lalu is continuing to get first-team reps at 3 technique defensive tackle with the first-team defense. Now, this is something that has been similar over the last couple of days, but now is garnering a lot of attention because Christian Wilkins is no longer here, which means there is an open spot. An open starting spot throughout the entirety of this season. Now, they could go out of the organization to find someone to bring in, or they can stay home and find one of these guys to really replace them. Now, when you look at the defense right now, you're looking at Leki Fotu, who they brought over from the Jets. You're looking at Tonka Hemingway, Zach Carter, JJ, right? And then there's Jonah. Right now, it looks like Jonah is getting a lot of those first-team reps at 3 technique outside of the guard. And those are it's a big position of need here. So I'm very interested to see who wins that battle. But as of right now, it seems like Jonah is a guy that's getting a lot of attention right now. We also saw another one from Tashawn Reed. He came out and said Geno Smith tried to hit Brock Bowers on a quick out route, but threw it a little bit late. And in the NFL, you have to be instinctual. You got to get that football out early and on time, because if you don't, especially on out routes, this can go the other way. And Lonnie Johnson, a guy that they really do like, signed this free agency. Another lengthy safety, can maybe play a little bit of nickel as well. Would have been a pick 6. Again, the out route, although it doesn't seem like it's difficult, that is one of the toughest throws in football that you can make, because again, if you're just a hair off, it could go the other way. And nobody's catching out routes, right? If you throw an out route, it gets picked, nobody's catching them. Nobody. So again, you look at this DB room, they have a bunch of guys they like. Lonnie Johnson, Jeremy Chin, throw in Jamal Adams, but he's actually working with the linebackers right now. Love that, to be honest. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but Tyree Wilson, okay? I don't know why I didn't mention it. Tyree Wilson is going to play a lot in the interior of this defensive line, and I think that is a clear and easy answer. Again, not sure why that went through my brain. I was talking about it yesterday. But Tyree Wilson, most likely, in my opinion, will get a lot of that 3 technique role for this team going into this year. We have a few more clips that I want to show you. This one is from the Raiders organization, specifically on Twitter. You guys can go check them out. We see a little bit of Jack Bech here running a little bit of routes. going through this training camp session. Again, I'll try to update you more on the 11-on-11s and 7-on-7s portion of practice. We saw Jeanty get some screens already. We saw a little bit of a pick 6 from Lonnie Johnson. Let's go through a couple more of these and see what else is going on. Like some more blocking, slow motion. Quick things you guys see. Max Crosby going through some individual team drill here. Nothing crazy. Again, they're not allowed to show too much. Pete Carroll always wearing those gloves, man. Always wearing those gloves, having a good time with Ashton Jeanty. I wish Pete Carroll was like a little bit younger so he could be here for like a decade, but we'll see. How long do you guys think he'll coach for? You know, after a couple of bad reps, Geno Smith bounced back. It was a battle today. Red zone drill. Smith found Trey Tucker on a corner route in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Then also found Michael Mayer over the middle for a touchdown. We also saw Aiden O'Connell find a tight end for a touchdown as well. So offense looked good today. Defense looked good today. Overall was a battle. Now, I also heard a little bit of the Raiders are already starting to install and prepare for the New England Patriots on week 1. Now, according to Jesse Merrick, you don't really see that often where teams during week 1 of training camp are already training and practicing in preparation for your week 1 matchup. So that is definitely a you know, a little bit of a new thing we're seeing here in the Raiders. Definitely a good thing so far. But again, to get some more Max Crosby here, Tyree Wilson here. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications for more of these updates. And if you go follow these media members, you'll definitely, you know, get a lot more knowledge from what happened at today's practice. So join the family, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.